Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017, and welcome back to Upton Farm. So, I said last episode, I was going to skip ahead till spring. If you look in the top right corner, it's actually day 4 of spring. We had a very late spring. It was cold, and there was snow on the ground until yesterday. The ground was frozen, snow on the ground. Couldn't do anything. So, we're thawed out now. Let's get to work. We're going to put wheat into this field. Let me show you where we are first off. In fact, I'll go to the other map because it's easier to see. We are on the east side of the map where we always start, and we are going to drill wheat in field 26. We've got canola, our winter canola in 24, 27, and 28. We're going to do wheat in 26 and 34, and probably more canola in 31 and 32. But for now, we are going to put wheat here. Reason is, our dairy is right here, and we want to start making straw bales. It's time to get some cows going. So we are field 26. Right there. Now, this is tricky because, well, I'll show you in a minute. Figure out where our first marker is. And we did drive over here, I think day 2 of spring. And that's what the tire tracks are from. Now why, when this game has been so well behaved for so many hours as I brought it forward, would we get a lag spike just when I start recording? Oh. Right. So that little scruff right there is what is left of activated. Right, when I tried to get things started earlier and the ground was frozen, it went, well, that far before it said, nope, can't go no further. So that's what that little tuft of wheat is. Right, so that is going. I also, you saw I was messing with proceed there. I'm going to lay in tram lines. I haven't been doing it on this map. We have lone oak going with those big rectangular fields. They really lend themselves to tram lines, and I've been adamant about including tram lines there, but not here. So let's do that. And I'm sticking around to make sure that it is gonna include them here. Proceed is weird. It's got a semi-auto mode. It's got a full auto mode. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'll be happy to have the lengths. There's your tram lines. I'll be happy to have the lengths. If it does the headland too, so much the better, but no promises. No guarantees. So, let us run across the field here. I really am. I'm so pissed about that lag spike because the game really has been... took me probably 4 or 5 hours to finish up last fall. As far as getting fields prepped. Finish up last fall and then bring it forward through spring, keep the animals fed and everything. It's been hours and hours that I've been sitting here, and the game has been perfect. And then, just as I start recording, it does that nonsense. Oh, it makes me so mad. Right, I sold the Coda Taurus. It was way too expensive, and it didn't work very well. The connection between the cultivator injector and the body was rigid. And then with that long wheelbase and very short suspension travel, it didn't really track over bumps. It would just sort of lift and kind of lurch along, and it kept lifting the cultivator up out of the soil and leaving a lot of places that didn't get any love. So I would have to go back and do them manually. So I got rid of that, and then also we didn't need the farm truck and slurry tank to service it anymore, so I sold those. That gave us back about 400 grand. So I paid our debt way down because we had $500,000 in debt. Paid that way down. We still have about 100,000. We have very little operating capital, but we don't have a lot of debt. So this is what I got to go with our tram lines. Obviously, we'd have to put on row crop tires, but this is the Lemkin sprayer. Super cool mod. I've had it for a while. I've used it before. Dynamic hoses. You know I love my dynamic hoses. So let's get this back to the farm. Let's get it dropped off. Let's pick up a front weight and the broadcast spreader, and let's bring it back to this side of the farm. This side of the farm. This side of the map. Right. So this will take a few minutes to drive over, and I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, we've got our winter canola starting to sprout. We've got wheat to drill. I guess we're going to try to get a baler this summer and get some bales put up. I would love to buy cows. I don't know if we'll have enough money. Took care of the sheep. I was doing the math on the sheep. We have 40 sheep, and I think we paid about $5,000 a piece for them. So call it 200,000 pounds worth of sheep. And last year they made 3/4 of a pallet of wool for us, and we got about $8,000 for it. So we've got 200,000 into them, plus food and water for almost a full year. And so far they've made us about $9,000. So they better start pulling their weight this summer, or it's just going to be mutton. We're just going to be eating mutton all summer. And I'm going to take the long way around. It's not that much longer. There is a shortcut through the woods, and it saves some time, but not that much. I also found a Pottinger loading wagon that I'm thinking of getting. I sold our little loading wagon that we were using to bring grass up to the sheep. I found a bigger Pottinger loading wagon. The only problem is when you put the goodies on it, it's 140,000 pounds, which seems like an insane amount of money to spend on a loading wagon, particularly when you can get a smaller Pottinger for like $25,000. So you see what I'm getting at. It would be nice to have. I just don't know if it's worth that much money. And I feel like I want all 3 of the farms that I'm on to be profitable before we wrap up for Farm Simulator 19 when that comes out. I don't want to just end. I know there were some farmers that I was following on FS15, some virtual farmers, fake farmers. And when FS17 came out, a couple of them wrapped up their episodes. A couple of them did a couple more episodes. But most of them just, it was like persona non grata. It was like FS15 had never existed, right? Like one of those movies where your girlfriend goes in the bathroom and never comes out, and you ask the manager, like, hey, did you see that girl? And he's like, oh, I didn't see any girl. And then you start thinking you're crazy, like, maybe I didn't have a girlfriend. It was like that. It just disappeared, like it never existed. And I don't think that's super cool. I like to tie things off. So let's try to get all these farms profitable before FS19. And what else? Oh man, I'm having a blast on Lone Oak Farm. It's been so long since I've been on a big American farm like that. It feels like Goldcrest, but it doesn't have any of the problems that Goldcrest had. Plus, I don't think any of us have really been on Goldcrest since the game first came out. And when we played Goldcrest, it was absolute, like, the game was brand new. It had just come out. There were 0 mods. So if you were on Goldcrest, you were on absolute base game of base games. Plus, I think before the first patch, there were like tons of problems with silage or with chaff into the bunkers at the BGA. Like it wouldn't smooth out, and it was just a big bumpy mess. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but I want to say it wasn't cool for the first few weeks before the patch came out. So I guess what I'm saying is Goldcrest was base game, plus it was problematic. And to be on a map, I guess, like Goldcrest, but without any of those problems, is super cool, man. I'm really digging it. Plus, it's a bullet bill map, and his maps are so good. Always are. And if you look him up on FSUK, is a good place to find his work. If you look him up on FSUK and find a list of his maps, any one of them, I would recommend. They're all very, very good. And for a personal favorite, I would probably say Coldborough. Right. And I also just saw that we've got an oil change due. So, let's go get that done. And I think we could probably do maintenance while we're over there too. Let me think about this. I just had a new graphics drivers update as well, install, whatever. And I am loving this render. Man, this looks really good to me at 60 FPS. Using the photorealistic graphics mod, which is not really appropriately named. It's not photorealistic. Well, I mean, is it? It's not bad. Here's your screenshot right there. You get a little fence post in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thumbnail me, baby. It's not exactly photorealistic, but I think it's a great collection of whatever. Shaders, whatever you want to call them. So, I got my oil back here in the corner, but I always forget the key code for it. Left control Y, is it? Is that Y? I guess it is. And let's go back here and do our maintenance. I gotta bump my loan up before I do, because it shouldn't be terribly expensive, but it's going to be more than I have. Let's get 50 grand out. We can always pay it back. 1,300. Okay, that's done, and we need some AdBlue. So get rid of that. Break off. And I think we're just going to drive to the other side of the map, see how the T7 is doing. And we might call an episode. Not the most exciting episode. But it is what it is. I want to get this over there to make sure we get our third layer of fertilizer. Oh, almost forgot our weight. In fact, I think there might be a little bit in that broadcast spreader. In which case, we sort of need this weight. We'll add a couple plates. I want to make sure the grass has 3 layers of fert, because grass, as always, is going to get us out of the financial hole. Yep. Looks like about 1,800 liters. Let's get... Oh, you know what? Let's just fill it. Let's just fill it before we head over there. Let me see. T7 needs to be refilled seeds. Okay. You know what? Let's just, to keep things moving. And because we have to drive all the way across the map anyway, let's just go here and say buy. Right. but then it didn't start up again. Did I say seeds? Nope, there it goes. Okay, so close that in cab, and then on the way back we will take the shortcut through the forest, just to kind of mix things up a little bit. I'm going to get this over to field 26 where the T7 is working. I'm going to see how the T7 is doing on tram lines, and then I think I'm going to call it an episode. And like I said, not super exciting, not the most exciting episode, but you know what? It's a farm. Not every day is exciting. Mostly we're just getting ready for spring. I wanted to get rid of that Coda Taurus to free up a little cash flow, because we still don't have a combine harvester. That whole deal. We still don't have a combine harvester, and if we need a baler for straw windrow, that's just a baler. If we want to make hay bales, then we need a tedder and a rake and a baler. So, right, and all that is still shy of a combine harvester. Like, I'm saying, even if we get all that stuff, then we still have to get, on top of that, we still have to get a combine harvester. So, or rent one. So I think it made sense to get rid of that Coda. It was fun. It was fun to play with, but I couldn't see having 300,000 pounds tied up in that thing, particularly when we wouldn't use it again till fall. It just made no financial sense. All right. Yeah, definitely pleased about how well everything is rendering right now. I wish I knew what caused it and how I can make it stay this way, because I feel like it's not quite luck of the draw, but it's like I don't know what happened to make it like this, and I don't know what could happen to make it not be like this. I just want it to be awesome all the time. That's all I want. And I don't want to have to get a new laptop. I mean, of course I do want to get a new laptop. I always want to get a new laptop, but I don't want to have to get a new laptop, I guess is what I'm saying. And I think, we'll check when we get over there. I think that field had 2 layers of fertilizer. Field 26, that is, had 2 layers of fertilizer, which means that it is getting a 3rd one now. Right? But I don't fully understand, because as I'm looking at glance up there, it says the fertilizer tank is at 100%, which I don't understand. Shouldn't it be injecting? I don't know. Frustration Simulator 2017. And I'm curious about FS19. I've heard different things. I've heard one rumor that it is exactly the same with better graphics, and I've heard another rumor that it is completely different and it's designed to be the cattle and crops killer. Who knows, man? Neither would surprise me. Neither would surprise me. Right, field 26. Let's take a look and see what's going on here with our little buddy. Get off the highway. So, first thing we're going to look at is fertilizer. 26. Nope. It's got 2 layers. It's not adding a 3rd. Next question. How's it doing on tram lines? Seems to be doing all right. They're awfully close together, but it seems to be doing all right. Right. So why no fertilizer? Oh, I think I know why. It's because we sprayed a layer on after we cultivated, and it can't, like, we could add another layer now, but it can't add another layer until it does like a middle step. Yeah, you know what I mean. Am I making any sense? I think I am. Oh, why do those look so weird? Like these two look like they're one row apart, and these two look like they're 2 rows apart. I don't know. Game. Cannot wait for FS19. I love this sim, but it makes me absolutely insane. Like we're calling for 18-meter rows, and it's a 6-meter, right? So you do 1, okay. Yeah, you do 3. You do 1 without, you do 1 with, you do 1 without, and just repeat that. I don't know. I don't know. Right. Let's call it. I'm going to finish this off manually. Phew, I'll finish it off manually. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 2017. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.